A deep fried turkey is a great alternative to oven roasted, and what I like to use to fry a turkey is peanut oil. Peanut oil has a high smoke point, which makes it a great oil for deep frying. And we're going to begin with a nice fat turkey, about 12 pounds. Whether you choose fresh or frozen, do make sure to allow some time. Fresh turkeys take several days generally to special order, and they can be kept in your fridge about 2 days in the coldest part. A frozen turkey needs 24 hours per 5 pounds to thaw, so you're going to have to allow a couple of days. Also, make sure to thaw it in the fridge in a rimmed sheet, a rimmed tray, so that it'll catch all of the juices and not leak all over your fridge. Look for a frozen turkey that is rock hard, and you don't want it to have pockets of frozen liquid. That means the turkey has been thawed and refrozen. Once you've got the turkey thawed, you're going to want to rinse it completely and then dry it absolutely dry with paper towels, because when you're deep frying, if there's any moisture on the turkey, it's going to cause the oil to spatter, and that can be a little bit dangerous. Some people like to add flavor injections. Some people like to brine their turkeys. I love to inject a spice injection mixture. It's wonderful. If you do that, you're going to inject it into both sides of the breasts, into the thighs, basically anywhere you can on the turkey. But do it the day before to give the mixture a chance to settle back through the meat. Otherwise, you could experience spattering again. So we've injected this turkey with a wonderful, flavorful mixture. And I'm just going to give it a spray of nonstick spray. And what that'll do is allow the flavor that I'm going to rub on it to stick. And then I'm going to give it a healthy, healthy shake of Cajun seasoning. When you're selecting turkey, you're going to want to have 3/4 of a pound per person. And if you want leftovers, you're going to go for a pound or more per person. Most deep fryers safely handle about a 12-pound turkey. Now, be very careful adding the turkey to the oil. It is going to bubble up. It may spatter just a little bit, and I'm going to lower it ever so slowly into the peanut oil. You'll want to fry your turkey according to the manufacturer's instructions. And when this bird comes out, it's going to be a gorgeous golden brown. And then very, very slowly, I'll lower it into the hot oil. And it'll bubble. Do make sure that you don't have the kids or the pets around when you're deep frying. And in about 35-40 minutes, this turkey will be done. Smells absolutely terrific. It's been about 40 minutes. Our turkey is done. It's time to take it out. That's gorgeous. It's a deep golden brown. It smells wonderful, and we'll let it drain just a bit. Our deep fried turkey is gorgeous golden brown, and I don't want to mess it up now. So I've invited Chef David Cook of David's at 934. He knows his way around the kitchen, around the knives, and he's going to give us a little bit of a tutorial on really carving the bird nicely. Hi, David. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Well, what do you think of our deep fried turkey?
Looks awesome.
Do you ever deep fry turkeys yourself?
Oh, all the time.
I love it. They're really juicy, aren't they?
Oh, yes.
Well, I know obviously the most important part of carving is the knife.
It certainly is.
And I see you've got a steel over here. I know a sharp knife is the way to go.
It is. Correct. Basically what we're looking at is a utility knife to basically break the bird down, and then a slicing knife to facilitate the carve. Yeah.
So when you're done, this bird will look nothing like this, but you got to do it with a very sharp knife.
Correct.
Can you give us a little walkthrough on how to sharpen a knife?
Sure. A steel basically straightens the edge of a knife. It knocks the burrs the opposite way. So at a 22-degree angle on either side, you would draw the knife towards you. There's also an option of drawing it away from you. Just enough to knock the burrs, wipe the knife off, and then we'll go into breaking down the birds.
Now, if you're afraid to hold it up in the air, which I know some people are, can you do the stand it on the counter?
You can do the stand like so, and then swipe it this way.
And then if you
wish.
don't have a steel at home, or you just really aren't comfortable enough with a knife to be flinging it through the air, what do you think about the kind of sharpener that you draw the knife through?
Sure, definitely.
Those work well,
Whatever
too.
feels comfortable for you.
And, of course, a professional sharpening every now and again is important?
I use a stone myself, but if you're not...
Well, you're a
Yeah,
professional.
well, that's what they say. So, yeah, I would suggest that. That'd be fine.
Okay,
Certainly.
sounds good. So we've got a sharp knife, and here we go.
Okay.
What do we do first?
What we're going to do is we're going to break the wings off the breasts on either side. We can also use the wings. Either you can start eating them right away.
That's a good idea,
Like Dad
always.
used to come into the kitchen and eat it. Or you can save it and pull the meat off for your stuffing.
Well, someone will notice that there are not two wings on that platter if you eat one in the kitchen.
They will. Guaranteed.
Now, but that makes me say, you know, in the old Norman Rockwell paintings and things, the turkey is carved at the table. Do you
Right.
really think this is not necessarily a real pretty thing? We should probably
No.
do it in the kitchen, don't you think?
I think so. It's to get the meat off the bone. It's not always easy to do at a table in that fashion.
And isn't it funny? It's usually a thing, and you're ripping the leg off. This is why men
Correct.
generally like to carve the bird.
It's kind of a barbaric thing, I guess.
It's very barbaric.
It's the hunt,
That's
you
why
know?
we're here.
Right, exactly. So we're going to go ahead and pull that off. Sometimes your bird wants to move around a little bit. But
Yep, this is a wiggly bird.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to break the dark meat away from the light meat. And just like so.
Now, at the restaurant, you're probably not frying birds, you're roasting them.
Correct.
And you said that you do that a little bit differently than we would do it at home.
Yes, in a restaurant situation, when we're cooking an average of 22 turkeys that are 20 pounds each, what we would do is we would break the dark meat when it's raw away from the white and cook them at separate temperatures and separate times. So
That's the way that everybody gets the meat the way they want
correct.
it done.
Because by the time the white meat is finished, the dark meat isn't done all the way.
Right.
So you end up having to put it back in the oven like that. So everybody wants to get the wishbone out, so we're going to carve along the plate.
And the plate is?
The breastplate on either side, like so. And we're going to go down.
Can you see how juicy that is? Mm.
Oh my gosh. Very good. So we separate one side, like so. I guess we could just do one, huh?
Sure.
Or should I just do both?
I think do both.
Okay. And then whoever gets to have the wishbone gets to make a wish.
That was always such a big deal when I was growing up, and my kids love the wishbone too.
Oh yeah.
Then what do you do with this part? You're picking it apart for leftovers. What do you like to do with that?
I like to finish my sauce with it. I would scrape any of the meat off into either stuffing or sauce, giblet gravy, and or submerge it in stock to cook it to finish your sauce.
And then turkey sandwiches next day. What's your ideal turkey sandwich?
Cranberry mayo. Perfect.
It's very good. I like Munster cheese with my turkey too. I don't know why, but that's a big thing for me, a slice of Munster
cheese.
I know it's weird.
I'll
I
have
think
to,
it's just comfort food for me.
Right. Well, I'll have to remember that one. And then we're going to, as the breast sits in front, we're going to just slice.
And you've switched knives.
I switched knives to the slicing.
And that's just a perfect little slice of meat. Wow,
Yeah.
you must do this for a living.
I have, and I do. So yeah, it's a fun time.
Is turkey ever on the menu at the restaurant?
In different situations, yes. Not so often, but I might have to try a fried turkey at the restaurant.
There you go. I bet it would go over like hotcakes, and you will have us to thank.
Exactly.
Now, I know that one of the stuffings that you do for a turkey, it sounds a little bit crazy, but honestly, it is delicious. It's a Dorito stuffing.
Yes, base is a bread stuffing. It's a three-type bread mixture with sage sausage and Doritos.
And I've tasted
And-
it, and it is truly magnificent. Now, will you put that recipe on CETconnect.org?
I think we can arrange that.
That would be great. Just
We
log
would.
on to CETconnect.org and click Amy's table for David's Doritos stuffing recipe. It is good stuff.
It is.
Well, you make it look very easy.
Well, you know, if you have a good fried turkey, the turkey is juicy and perfect. So
There you go. Looks great. So again, we're breaking it down, starting with the wings, then the legs. than the breast.
That is correct.
Thank you
Like
so
so.
much. It looks
Certainly.
delicious.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being here.
No problem.
Enjoy.